Hello everybody! Welcome back to G-Bear's Off-Grid Ways, a windy day in the desert. Yes, it is windy. It's been windy now for 2 days straight, all night long. Had some really nasty gusts last night. It really did get up there pretty heavy. I mean, I heard stuff flying around outside and I wasn't happy about that. So anyway, what are you doing, Cinnamon? You are a crazy dog. The minute I get the camera going, you're gonna jump on me. But all day long, when I try to scratch your head, you run away. What's all that about? Are you a movie star? Anyway, if you can see it, there's a little bit of smoke over the side of the mountain over there. So I looked that up on my fire app, and that's still the bridge fire that's burning over there. That thing's been going for a long time now. So anyway, what did I do today? Well, I went down to the church because they had a food giveaway there, and I picked up some food to stock my shelves with, get me through this year. And it was cold this morning. I brought a pot of coffee with me in the van, and I actually had the heater on and a jacket on. It was cold. It is really cold. And it's going to be even colder tonight. They're saying down to 38 tonight. And then 40s for the rest of the week at night. Although it will be getting back up to the 80s. Right now it's going to stay in the 70s until Sunday. And then it's going to be back to the 80s. So anyway. So I got back, and with some of the stuff I got from the church, I made oatmeal cookies so I could have a little treat after supper. And tonight I'll be doing some pork chops with peppers and onions. And so I got a bunch of beans, so I'll do some beans. I got a lot of refried beans, so I'm gonna have to use up some of that. So I'm going to see if I can't get this, when the wind stops, I'm going to see if I can't get a rope with a weight tied around this corner of this tarp, and I'll toss it over to where it's got to go, and then tack it all down and see if I can save it for a little while longer. And then I'm also going to see if I can't patch these holes in the screen here and take care of that. So we're at that time of year now with the cooler temperatures, and my fruit trees aren't going to need as much water. But I still got 5 pears on this tree, and they're still hard. They're still green. They haven't turned the yellowish color yet. So I'll let them stay out a little while longer unless I hear a deep freeze or anything like that coming. Then I'll pull them off. But it's supposed to warm up a little bit as of Sunday, so we'll see how that goes. Of course, the temperatures getting down in the 30s and 40s at night is not my idea of the fall. I mean, that went from summer right into winter. Really amazing. All right, so the oatmeal cookies I made, I got 2.5 dozen of those out of the batch that I made. And I couldn't resist. I had to have one while it was still warm and chewy right off the cookie sheet. And then I had the rest of them in cooling down, and I waited a little over time for them to cool down and got some that really totally cooled. And they had a little crispiness to them, but they were delicious. I mean, really, really good. So let's see what I got here on my list. Yep. Oh yeah, no chance of rain anywhere in the future forecast that I could see. And something tunneled up, came up to the wire right there. I don't know if it's small enough to fit through the wire, but I'm not liking that. I've pulled a couple of mice out of my trap already. And got all my trees all watered in here. I won't need to be watering as often now, so it'll be like maybe even once a week because it's a lot cooler. A lot of the dead leaves are on top of everything. I've got a bunch here on the ground. I'll pick those up and throw them into the pots on top of these others. So that'll kind of mulch it. But I do want to add more of these leaves to the citrus trees. That helps keep the soil and roots warm, and helps keep moisture in, so you don't have to water as much through the winter. And we're not going to be sprouting or blossoming any citrus fruit through the winter. So my fig tree did come back to life here. It liked when the super hot weather finally died. So I got my rototiller all ready to go. I spoke to a neighbor. He's got horses, and he says he'll give me a trailer load of horse manure, and I'm going to go drop my trailer off and let him fill it up. Probably tomorrow or Sunday I'll bring it over, let him fill it up for a week, and then pick it up next weekend. And then I'll get it down here and spread it out over the whole garden, and then take the rototiller to it and churn it into the soil, and then that can sit and cool over the winter. As a fresh horse manure is not good for a garden right off the bat for planting. You want to let it cool down. Hey, my tools are blowing over here. So I still got one avocado tree that's surviving. The others didn't like the excessive heat in the summer, and it killed them off. Got some potatoes coming up over there in the potato bin, and I'm going to be planting a few more. I also got to get my garlic in for springtime harvest, because garlic likes to get into that cold temperatures, and then it comes into sprouting as soon as the temperature in the ground warms again. You get some really good stuff out of that. So that's about all I really have for today. Like I said, I've been staying inside because it's pretty darn cold out here. All right, I'm gonna fill up the dogs' waters before I go in, make sure they have plenty of water for the night. I did find a tennis ball, and I tossed it out there. Nobody wanted to mess with it, and now it's all over the place. They're picking it up and carrying it around and chewing on it. Pretty cool. All right, everybody. Thanks for joining me. This is G Bear signing off.